So nothing has confirmed that they're going to use the Snapdragon 778G Plus in their upcoming smartphone. But do you know why they're using that instead of using a 888, 8 Gen 1 or a 7 Gen 1? Well, I have some reasons to tell why they have skipped over all these powerful chipsets and instead go with the 778G Plus. So watch this video till then because I'm sure it's going to be really interesting. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So let's go. So the Nothing Phone 1, as expected, comes with the Snapdragon 778G Plus. While it's a disappointment for some of the people who expected an 800 series chipset, it's clearly not a disappointment for me. Why? Let me explain. Well, the 778G Plus is not a bad processor at all. It's an 8-core processor with Adreno 642L as the GPU and has good ISP. It can record 4K videos up to 60 FPS. So why people are considering it a bad performer? Well, it's because of the naming of the processor. Usually people think that the 700 series chipsets are not powerful enough. But let me ask you a question. How many of you use your smartphone to the fullest potential? And by fullest potential, I mean using the maximum of your CPU and GPU. On day-to-day usage, an average guy or a girl uses their smartphone to browse the internet or to watch some videos on YouTube or to maximum record some videos and photos using the camera of the smartphone. And that is not the maximum potential of any smartphone considering the chips it's using. The Snapdragon 778G Plus is not a bad processor at all. In fact, it is one of the stable processors available in the market. So why didn't they use the 800 series chipset? Well, let's talk about the reasons. Number one logical reason being the price. Yes, if you see the average cost of a smartphone that uses the 888 or the 8 Gen 1, it is costing well over 35 to 40,000 rupees. Well, you might ask me, Arnav, what's the problem? Even the Nothing phone is expected to launch at that price. If you see the smartphones that is under 40,000 which uses the 8 Gen 1 or the 888, the design in that smartphone will not be that great. The camera in that smartphone will not be that great. The operating system experience in those smartphones will not be that great. The only great thing that those smartphones will have is the processing power. I mean, come on, who wants a smartphone that's just powerful and not good looking? There are some people who are like that. And when a new company like Nothing comes to a market like India, they will aim to sell their product as much as possible. And they did it with their Year 1. So when the Year 1 came in, they tried to reduce the cost of their particular product and also bring in a flagship feature with a flagship level experience. Of course, the Nothing Year 1 looks really fantastic and also performs. And the best thing that Nothing has done in the TWS market in India is bringing in active noise cancellation on their headphones, which is costing under 5,000 rupees. And it's only after Nothing had bought this feature in their headphone, which is costing less than 6,000 rupees, the other brands started adopting this trick. So yes, when Nothing is trying to bring a smartphone, they will try to bring in with a good aesthetical value, a flagship level experience, but with a balanced CPU performance. And yes, if they decide to bring in the 888 or the 8 Gen 1 in their smartphone, they have to end up compromising their design for it, which they clearly don't want to do. So yes, the first logical reason why Nothing has skipped over using the 888 or the 8 Gen 1 is of course the price. If they end up using the 888 or 8 Gen 1, they have to increase the base price of the smartphone, which they really don't want to do. Instead, they will bring a smartphone with a flagship level experience at a very low cost, which most of the people do want. So the second reason is actually funny because I think Samsung is the reason why Nothing has skipped over using the 888 or the 8 Gen 1. Let me clearly explain. So if you see the 888 or the 8 Gen 1, both are chips produced by Samsung. And if you see the smartphones that use the 888 processor, those have the thermal throttling issues. And even if you see the smartphones that use the 8 Gen 1, even those have the thermal throttling issues. While it's not proven that Samsung is the reason behind the thermal throttling issues, from most of the videos that we have seen online, the smartphones which have the 888 and the 8 Gen 1 really thermal throttles. And we can boil down the reason to be Samsung because of their inefficient chip manufacturing process. So yes, Nothing clearly didn't want to take a risk by using a Samsung manufactured processor and end up having thermal throttling issues. Alright Arnav, the reasons that you have given for not using the 800 series chipsets are pretty okay, but why didn't they use the 7 Gen 1? Well, again, I think there are two reasons. The reason number one being the date of announcement of 7 Gen 1. Now, usually when a chip is being announced, it's only after 2 or 3 months after the announcement, smartphones will start using that chip. And if you see the announcement date of the Nothing Phone 1, it was way back in March 2022. And if you see the announcement date of the 7 Gen 1, it was announced in May 2022. And by that time 7 Gen 1 is announced, Nothing has already started manufacturing their smartphones. But Arnav, Nothing is officially partnered with Qualcomm and they could have easily told Nothing that, hey, we are working on a new chipset that's called as the 7 Gen 1. Well, 7 Gen 1 is a powerful chip than the 778G Plus. And when a smartphone manufacturer opts to use a brand new chipset of a company like Qualcomm, they have to pay higher premium, which Nothing really didn't want to do. So 778G Plus is already a tested chipset. and they didn't want to take a risk on using a brand new chipset and end up getting negative reviews. And the second reason why I think nothing has skipped over the 7 Gen 1 is again Samsung. The 7 Gen 1 is manufactured by Samsung in a 5nm fabrication process. And if you see the initial Geekbench scores of the 7 Gen 1, it is bad than of the 778G Plus. Again, on paper, the 7 Gen 1 is powerful than 778G Plus. If the Geekbench scores that's out online right now is true, well then I think the 778G Plus is powerful than the 7 Gen 1. I think Qualcomm is limiting the CPU performance of the 7 Gen 1 in order to avoid thermal throttling. So yes, Samsung might be one of the reasons why nothing has avoided using the 7 Gen 1 in the first place for their first smartphone. So yes, these are some of the reasons why I think nothing has chosen the 778G Plus instead of the 800 series chipset or the 7 Gen 1. So what do you guys think about these reasons which I gave? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What are the other reasons that you think nothing has chosen the 778G Plus instead of the 800 series chips or the 7 Gen 1? And as always, if you end up liking this video, smash the like button and share this video with all of your friends because it can be a really great conversation starter. I'm really excited for the Nothing Phone 1 to come, and for sure you will see an unboxing and review of the Nothing Phone 1 in our channel. So stay tuned, stay subscribed. This is me Arnav signing off. Talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.